Today we will discuss on Phytolacca decandra. It is also called as poke root. As you can see, this is a very stunning, striking bush with fine dark reddish purple stem with numerous small white flowers, and these flowers they bear the fruit, which is the berries. As you can see, it's very beautiful dark purple color. And the parts used is the root, the leaf, and the berries. Okay. So important thing to know about Phytolacca is that this plant is very rich in potassium. And whenever there is abundance of sodium in the tissues of the body and shortage of potassium in the body, this condition leads to a tendency for cancerous growth. So that's why an increased consumption of alkaline food, which is rich in potassium, like raw green vegetables, these will prevent the tumor and cancer formation. So, as we know, alkaline diet is much popular nowadays. This is the reason why, because it helps in preventing cancer. And that is why Phytolacca is a very good remedy for cancerous affection, even for inflammatory conditions because of rich in potassium. And Phytolacca is also called as vegetable mercury because it has a syphilitic background and syphilitic affections. So coming to the main actions of Phytolacca, it's a very slow acting remedy, just like gelsemium. So you may find that the actual improvement might be seen after 12 hours or 24 hours after administration. Okay. So mainly it acts on the throat, as we know. So it could be inflammatory conditions or septic conditions of the throat and tonsils. In both the conditions, the appearance of the throat is very dry, congested, and very dark purple. Okay. And the modality is that they have aggravation swallowing, especially hot food, and they are better by drinking cold liquids. And one important symptom along with this throat complaint is that the pain from the throat or the tonsils they radiate to both the ears. This is very important. This symptom is also seen in belladonna, but in belladonna it is mostly in the right side only. But in Phytolacca, it is seen in both the sides. Next, coming to the breast. Um, it is very useful remedy for breast tumors, also conditions like mastitis and milk fever. Even in animals, especially the cow, if the cow suffers from mastitis, Phytolacca is a very good remedy. And again, important symptom is the pain from in the breast, it radiates over all over the body. And also one step further, even in the case of abscess of mammary glands, and also if there's ulcer because of the malignancy, you can think of Phytolacca, you can think of Phytolacca compresses over the lesions for faster recovery. Then coming to rheumatism, we know Phytolacca is stands between Rustox and Bryonia because they have mixed modalities. That's why, and a very good remedy for syphilitic bone affections. Phytolacca has stiffness of the neck, and interestingly, this stiffness is better by cold application. But the joint pain and the bone pain of Phytolacca is aggravated by cold. So this is one dual modality we can see here. So remember, stiffness is better by cold, like ledum, but joint pains and bone complaints they are aggravated by cold and they are better by warmth. But in ledum, both stiffness and the joint complaints are aggravated by warmth. Okay. And one more modality is aggravation motion. But the patient wants to move. They very much feel like moving like Rustox. But in Rustox, the patient feels better. But in Phytolacca, they it gets worse. Okay. And aggravation night because of the syphilitic background. One more important symptom, it is seen in children with troubles of dentition. Okay, and they have irresistible inclination to bite the teeth or gums together. As you know, if the baby just bites whatever it sees and gets in his hands, definitely they can go with stomach upsets, and that's why you can see summer diarrhea, okay, in children. And adults, mostly they are obese. As we know, Phytolacca is a very good remedy for obesity, right? Phytolacca berry tincture. So the personality is that they are very obese, they have glandular affections, and also it's a very good remedy for angina, especially when the pain radiates to the right arm. And fatigue. So any cancerous drug, any syphilitic remedy, most of the time they will have an associated fatigue. But in Phytolacca, the fatigue is expressed in a form of trembling of the limbs, just like gelsemium. Even in gelsemium, we saw other day, it is a remedy for tiredness, weariness. And in gelsemium, the differentiating point is that in gelsemium, there is obvious part which is having weakness and paralysis, like they can be drooping of eyelids, or they can be some motor paralysis or heaviness. But Phytolacca may not have some obvious paralysis like condition. They will only have fatigue, which is expressed by trembling in the limbs. And mind, just like a typical syphilitic miasm, they can be indifferent, they can be egoistic, and they can have anti-moral behavior. And we have to compare this drug with a few other drugs already, like Rustox. But Rustox is better by motion. Your Phytolacca, even though they want to move, they are worse. Bryonia, again, uh, in bryonia, the pains are better by pressure, right? But here, Phytolacca, they want to have pressure, but again, it aggravates. Gelsemium, as I already mentioned in the fatigue part, and hyoscyamus is somewhere compared where there is delirium, because Phytolacca also is indicated in delirious state uh, where they misconduct and they try to expose themselves just like hyoscyamus. So there it is compared. So coming to the potency, as I told, when there open wound, open ulcers, and abscesses, we can think of local compresses of Phytolacca. Also, internally, mother tinctures has been given in few cases in this book where there was malignancy of breast tissues, and also 30th 200 potency has been mentioned. One more interesting point mentioned is by Nash, okay, where he suggests the administration of this remedy during the waning of the moon. And in most of the malignant cases, the author has quoted what Nash has said. He said for few months, like for 3 4 months, every once in a month you give 200 potency of Phytolacca, and once that course is over, you raise the potency directly to 10 m, so that the cancerous affection can be resolved. So this was it. Hope to see you soon. Thank you.